Hey everyone, this is Certified High Performance Coach Michelle Weimer here with you today. Thank you for joining me. Today we are continuing our conversation on how to really organize your day for maximum efficiency and effectiveness. And I'm going to continue today with responding to the messages from my recent blogs and social media videos about this, with a topic that kind of caused a bit of a stir with a few people. So you may have heard me say that multitasking is a lie, or that multitasking does not work. So I had a couple of people tell me, kind of defensively, like, well, I'm a great multitasker. I'm great at multitasking. And I get that, right? I'm sure they are. Maybe you're someone who's sitting there saying the same thing, like, well, I'm great at multitasking. I can totally do it. And you know what? Maybe you are. But being good at something that isn't a good thing still doesn't make for an effective practice. So it's kind of like saying that you're really good at eating fast. Um, it doesn't mean that eating fast is good for you. It actually isn't. And it's much better if you take your time and eat slow. Or, if maybe you can think of another example. I used the example in my letter to my community this week, which if you're not on, please go to michelleweimer.com and get signed up, and so that you can receive communication from me regularly. But I said, you might say I'm good at drinking, but it doesn't mean drinking's good for you or that you ought to do it all the time. Because the truth of the matter is, multitasking doesn't work effectively. It's just not good for you. And there's this common misconception that it's a great way to get more done in a short period of time, but it really isn't. Quite the contrary, actually. Multitasking is really not as time efficient as you'd think. And studies show that the time that it takes you to complete tasks can actually increase by up to 25% for even little simple tasks, and well over 100% for very complicated tasks. And you guys, I can attest to this with something as simple as cooking supper and watching TV at the same time. And raise your hand if you do it. Probably everyone does, but myself personally, if I am, especially if I'm trying to follow a recipe, right? So I'm trying to think about doing one task, and then I'm doing something else as well. I get sidetracked, watching the show, and it takes me twice as long to cook every single time. And that's a simple task. That should be a no-brainer. That's like walking and chewing gum at the same time. But it doesn't work as effectively. If you are, like if I really want to follow a recipe, which I actually love to cook and be creative, I rarely do. But if I am following a recipe, say I'm baking something, I need to focus. I need to keep my mind on the task that I'm on and not sidetrack switching tasks. And switching tasks, or task switching is what it's called, is exactly what you are really doing when you think that you are multitasking. Because neuroscience actually shows us that your brain can't effectively focus on two tasks at once. So trying to multitask is what you're really doing is you're task switching. You go from this, then you go to this. As a matter of fact, if you think about juggling, a lot of people think that when you're juggling, and we use the phrase or the analogy of having all these balls in the air, I'm juggling so much in my life. The truth of the matter is, juggling is still throwing and catching one ball at a time. It's not that you have, that you have, and I don't know how to juggle, so I'm not sure, but it's true. If you watch somebody juggle, you'll see them do it, right? They actually move from one ball to the next. They are switching that task, not multitasking. So the thing is, trying to multitask, it causes you to make more mistakes, right? Poorer decisions, and it creates more stress. In addition to that, the more time you spend switching between tasks, the less likely you actually are to complete either either like the tasks, like if you're working on more than one task, or to get back to the original task once you've switched. So what happens is you end up leaving a lot of things unfinished. And in many respects, multitasking can actually be considered a form of distraction because of that. This can happen if you think about it, right? Like you're working on a project and the phone rings. And if you are, if you're in the middle of something, the phone rings and you answer that phone, or a text comes in. More people pay attention to a text coming in than even the phone ringing these days, but a text comes in and you stop what you're doing to check your phone and check the text or the notification. And just like that, you've gotten off track. And in order for your mind to get back to and focus on that task, it takes more time. And, if you don't believe me, I would challenge you to do a little test with yourself and maybe your family or your coworkers. Take out a piece of paper and write the words, "I'm a great multitasker," on one line. And then on the next line down, write the numbers 1 through 20. Time yourself doing that, right? Time yourself doing both of those things. One full sentence, "I'm a great multitasker." Next sentence down, the numbers 1 through 20. Then time yourself again, make your 2 lines, and write one letter and one number at a time. I, the number 1. A, the number 2. M, the number 3. I don't even think about it, right? Like my brain doesn't even want to go there. It is hard. It's so much harder. And for you to write out that sentence, "I am a great multitasker," one letter at a time, while you then switch, because again, remember we're task switching to the next line to write your next number in sequence, guarantee you it will take you longer. I want to challenge you to do that. Seriously, you guys, do it and come and post and tell me how long it took you to do each. Because what you're going to find is that it's true. In order to try to do 2 things at once, your brain has to switch tasks. And when it does that, it always takes longer. So multitasking really, really doesn't work. And I know I've been guilty of it at times myself too, but I want to really encourage you, instead of trying to multitask, change your habits and make sure that you're setting up your schedule so that you're blocking out time in your schedule for the important things you want to get accomplished. So here are the tips, right? Block time in your schedule for those important things. Eliminate distractions, right? Remember, the notifications on your phone. Turn your phone off, for goodness sakes. Turn off your social media notifications. If you're working on something, really focus. Because when you focus and you do each task at a time and you schedule and you block time into your calendar to get those things done, I guarantee you're going to have better results in a shorter amount of time. It's really that simple. Block out the time, schedule your time well, eliminate distractions, and get focused. And trust me, I understand that the way of the world has become, such that it often feels like there's always more to do and less time to do it in. So, in our quest to keep our heads above water, society is really has created these multitasking monsters out of us. But it's so ineffective, and I really want to encourage you to break that habit of multitasking. Trying to hurry to get things done, pushing yourself beyond your limits just to get ahead, those things don't work, right? If you can stop multitasking and really, again, block your time, schedule your time, focus in, and eliminate distractions, I promise you're going to get so much more done in a shorter period of time. You're going to be pleasantly surprised at how much more effective and efficient you are at getting things done with a lot less stress in your life. So, give it a try. Again, go and do the challenge that I gave to you earlier in this video, where you make your lines and you make the statement and then you write the numbers and then time yourself again doing one letter, one number on each line at a time. See the difference for yourself and think about how something that simple can make have such a time difference. And then think about when you are working during your day and you are trying to multitask or allowing yourself to get distracted, how much time you're wasting and how much more you could be getting done if you just focus in, schedule your time, eliminate the distractions, and block out space for you to really do and work one task at a time. So I want to thank you for joining me today. Next week I've got more great info for you and some super tips. In the meantime, though, if you're needing help with managing your schedule or being more productive, I want to encourage you to take advantage of my current free offer, which is, you know what, guys, my birthday's coming up in less than a month. And so if you haven't heard already, I am celebrating that by offering free strategy sessions, 50 free strategy sessions for my upcoming 50th. So in order for you to take advantage of that, though, you have to go to michelleweimer.com/free session and sign yourself up. I can't do that part for you, but I guarantee I can help you once we get on the phone together. But you have to take the first step. So go to michelleweimer.com/free session, get yourself signed up, and I will look forward to talking with you, helping you create a plan to finish this year strong and create a brighter future for yourself in the coming year. So until next week, thank you for joining me so much. Bye for now.